The Apprentice is a visually captivating film with great performances, but it kind of loses its purpose as it progresses. The Apprentice is the origin story of Donald Trump. You might have heard of him. It shows us how he rose to prominence in real estate, met lawyer Roy Cohn, and essentially how he came to be the man who was and could be President of the United States. This is a film that doesn't try to hide or cover any of the controversies or darker elements of Trump's origins. It's a warts and all experience, but at the same time it's not entirely a hit piece. Without knowing too much about the true story and facts surrounding the man and his life, it doesn't feel like the film has been made to demolish Trump. It's presented in a very documentary film way, and while there are obvious dramatizations, assumptions and estimations on events, it feels like the filmmakers have been fair and as honest and truthful as possible. Sebastian Stan is Trump. This might be one of his finest performances to date. He isn't doing a comedic impersonation of the man, nor is he entirely trying to mimic every voice and mannerism of the man. Instead, he is embodying Trump as a character with some inflections and notable gestures here and there. Trump himself should probably be flattered by this performance and the casting of Sebastian. It's very good. Side characters such as Jeremy Strong's Roy Cohn and Maria Bakalova's Ivana shine too, particularly Maria, who doesn't get a huge amount of screen time. She stands out despite often being relegated to a simple love interest and later wife figure in Trump's life. Strong's depiction of Roy Cohn, meanwhile, comes across as slightly cartoonish in comparison, but not in a way that distracts or detracts from the film. Instead, he stands out as a deliberately odd character with unique tics and quirks. He's captivating and attention-drawing thanks to Strong, but he otherwise probably wouldn't be such a draw. The film is presented in a documentary style with old-fashioned effects and visuals that makes it look and feel almost like found footage. This is perhaps the biggest highlight of the film, giving it a greater sense of realism and grittiness. Its exploration of corporate greed, desire and capitalism is also well done, and makes the film about more than just Donald Trump. Sadly, as the film progresses, particularly in its final third, it loses momentum and a sense of purpose. Much of the film is about the relationship between Trump and Cohn, but that gets pushed aside for a significant amount of time to focus on Trump himself. That's fine, but the finale then reverts back to the relationship drama, and it struggles to keep the momentum going. The film then ends on an anticlimactic note, and it lacks a big moment or a sense of finality. Perhaps the result of a focus on a specific period of Trump's life and trying to conjure up a cohesive narrative around it. The Apprentice is great in its first half with good performances and a cool visual style, but it gradually loses its focus and sense of purpose throughout its run, ending things in a lackluster, disappointing way.